Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Fast motion from the offense. Running back searching for a hole. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. The ball is out behind the line. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble, but man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Takes a hit as he fires. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach. You know, and
he's going to take a shot. And he grabs it at the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Panthers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off play action on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab down the left side. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Colorado! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult, difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Just got one on that last run. Now 2nd and 9 from their own 26. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Madden. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. We're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. It's a reverse. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. He could give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Madden. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And the ball's loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Here's the handoff. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Colorado 10, Pitt 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. The Panthers are flying down the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Movement here from the tight end. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. They're bringing heat. Oh, it's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. Got a man. Knocked off his feet.
Hey, man, that's really good decision-making there by the quarterback, too, because that play is called early in the downs because you're hoping to take a shot, right? You're hoping to push it down the field. But if the defense takes it away, find your check down. Find the running back out of the backfield and get some positive yards.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Offense deciding to go to the quick game here in the passing attack, just getting it out of the QB's hands quickly. Just got to do a better job with fundamentals, guys. These are the throws you're supposed to be able to make in your sleep.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the 1st half.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that lap.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Pitt. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets a block. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Panthers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bill.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to scramble. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Daly. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. They'll run the option. Got the first down and more. The expressway is wide open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bucs!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Pounded. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, You want to be a great offensive coordinator? Keep calling the run.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffaloes! On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
42, Colorado, 31.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll start this drive firing. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Still running at the 40. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Gain of 27 on the play. And that's good enough for first down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. He's now up to 70 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away, forced the incomplete.
Oh, trickeration, he wants to throw. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down.
I don't think anybody was expecting fake punt there on 4th and 1 because normally you just leave your offense out there to see if they can get it, but they caught the return team napping, and they were able to pick it up. Great play call by the head coach.
They'll throw it on first down. Heaves it deep. He caught it. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. And he muffs it. It's loose. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Caught over the middle. It's Daly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted move.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Going up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Pressure coming. Buys a little time. And he was winding his way all over the backfield, staying alive, and finally he goes down.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Now improvising. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's now up to 77 yards, rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to run for it. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Pitt. And the stomping has commenced.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. we check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just one over Houston. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that receiver had nobody around. That's got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Coming after him. Hit as he throws. Catch in the middle, it's Daly. Touchdown, Colorado! A great catch and run for 6. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
The AT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll leave it with him. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
It's a nice run there to get the 1st down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Feeling some heat. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still running at the 40. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. Trying to find his man on first down. They're trying to get to it. He's going to run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Pittsburgh 56, Colorado 38.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football game.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucs. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Madden. And he loses the football. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Daly. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal length. He's looking to pass. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Right back to it. Runs through a tackle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. It's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
What a great job on the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers!
Number 44 with the carry.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead.
Is successful and makes the score 10.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Tosses it back. Looking to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dances away. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything great now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the 4th quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Pulls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside. Oh, it's out! They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. He Makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Pitt. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end.
Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. He'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buffaloes! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Trying to get to him. Dances away from the heat. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
It's caught. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Yeah, and that should have been a pick, but it really doesn't matter. The 2-point play, man, you're trying to shove that thing in there. Even if it's a pick, it's okay, but you're trying to make a play to get those 2 points, and obviously he failed on that one, and it could have been an interception.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Pulls it in. It's Daly. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, going to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. He wants to throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack,